Welcome to this introductory video of WestCoast AD optimization package. I'm Yingchen. Today, me and my colleague Anita, Erik, and Lekshmi will go through the implementation and usage of this package following this agenda. So in WestCoast AD optimization package, we implement some common optimization methods based on the core of automatic differentiation. Given the development of computational power, optimization techniques have become increasingly important and popular in these different engineering applications. In some sense, all engineering designs is optimization problem. Much of data analysis and machine learning is also based on optimization because the essence of them is to extract some model parameters from data while also minimizing some error measures. Also, optimization techniques can be applied to decision-making process and etc. It is usually easy to solve unconstrained scalar function optimization problems by setting the derivative to 0. But we cannot always solve the equation when in more complex higher dimensional problems because computing the solution now becomes more inefficient and hard. Therefore, we have to use iterative optimization methods such as gradient descent to solve this kind of problems, which relies heavily on calculating the derivatives. However, for many problems, calculating derivatives analytically is also both time-consuming and computationally impractical. The ability to efficiently evaluate derivatives is an essential part in optimization systems. There are three main methods of calculating derivatives: numerical, symbolic, and automatic differentiation. Today, we mainly focus on talking about the automatic differentiation as it is more computationally efficient and more generalizable than symbolic one. It can also find a more exact derivative as opposed to numerical differentiation. So automatic differentiation is a set of techniques to numerically evaluate the derivatives of functions specified by a computer program. It can give exact answers in constant time, which is a powerful tool to automate the calculation of derivatives, especially when differentiation complex algorithms and mathematical functions. Some background on that. Automatic differentiation assumes that we are working with a differentiable function composed of a finite number of elementary functions and operations with non-symbolic derivatives. As can be seen from this table, each row is the elementary function corresponding to a derivative. So given a list of elementary functions and their corresponding derivative, the automatic differentiation process involves the evaluation of derivatives of complex composition of these elementary functions through repeated applications of chain rule. So on the left side is a composition of elementary function. When take derivative of it, we can compute it by calculating the derivative of each elementary functions. We can also realize automatic differentiation process by using a computational graph. So each node represents an elementary operation. And we can keep tracking of this process by storing the value in a trace table on the left side. So each row corresponding to one node in the computational graph, we can store the elementary functions, the derivative functions, and the values corresponding to those. So now I'm talking about the installation and usage of our package. To implement the optimizer class, we need to first implement this automatic differentiation class. So variable is the best class used to instantiate gradient object and to perform derivatives. There are two main attributes to store the value and derivative of this variable object. We also implement a lot of class methods, which covers almost all the elementary operations, such as the basic operations, the hyperbolic and trigonometric functions, and the inverse of it. We also implement some comparison methods, which can compare the values and derivatives of two variable objects. Now, my colleague Erik is going to talk about the software organizations.
My name is Erik Adams, and I'm going to go over the software organization for the WestCoast AD package. This is our directory structure. It's the standard one we got from the Python docs for packages. We do not have a requirement.txt file because we're basing everything, we have all dependencies in our setup.py. So for both of our installations, which is GitHub and pipe install, they will use the setup.py to load the dependencies. We have two major directories here, and that's our docs directories and our West Coast AD. The docs contains our documentation, which we decided to use a Jupyter notebook. West Coast AD contains our source code and our test code. The source code has four major modules. That's the forward mode, which contains all our dunder methods for the forward mode. The auxiliaries, which contains various functions that will convert vector inputs into scalars, and so they can be used for the forward mode. The initializer is, they have various functions that allow the user to create parameters that can be used in the optimization module. The optimization module is our extension. We decided to go with optimization for our extension, and it contains various optimization algorithms that are very popular in machine learning. And of course, we have our test that contains our test for everything. Like I said, there's two ways of installing it. It's via GitHub. You just clone our repo. You run the setup.py file, and this will load dependencies and load everything else, and that'll set everything up. Then you can also do a pip install. And a pip install, you just do pip install West Coast AD, and that'll load our package onto your computer. But if you do a pip install, you will not have access to our tests. So if you want to have access to our tests, you need to clone our repo. I'm going to show you how to use our package to find the value in a derivative for this function. So you have to, of course, import the West Coast AD. You have to port the variable class, which is our class for automatic differentiation. Then you have to instantiate it. And the variable class takes two parameters. It's the value and the derivative C. And then you have to declare the function in terms of West Coast variables. So what that means is you have to either use a dunder method, so plus, multiplication, division, or mp.sine or cosine or something like that. And then when you do that, you just do f.value, and you can obtain your value, and f.derivative will obtain the derivative for this function. As mentioned, you can also use sine and cosine. You use mp. You can use it from NumPy. So you can use sine or cosine, and you still would obtain the value and the derivative. We also take vector functions, vector inputs. So as the previous, you instantiate your objects, but this time the derivative seed has a NumPy array. And it's the same process. You put f.value to produce a value, but then you do f.derivative, and it will produce derivative in an array with two values. And now I'm going to pass it on to Anita to go over the optimization extension.
So for our extension, we decided to implement an optimization package. Optimization problems are ubiquitous, ranging from investment portfolio optimization to natural language processing and computer vision problems. You can try to solve these problems exactly by finding the points where the gradient of the objective function is 0, and then iterating through all of those points to find the optimal value. But for most real-life problems, the optimization function is too complex for us to be able to solve this equation. And because of that, iterative methods like gradient-based optimization methods are commonly used to tackle these problems. In our package specifically, we've implemented two broad categories of these methods. One is gradient descent algorithms, and the other is quasi-Newton methods. Gradient descent-based algorithms basically start with a set of initial values for the inputs to the function, and in each iteration, they will compute the gradient at the current variable values and move in the negative gradient direction by a small amount controlled by the learning rate parameter alpha. There are several variations of gradient descent that try to tackle its shortcomings. Broadly speaking, one issue with gradient descent is that while it locally points in the steepest descent direction, this is often not pointing towards the optimum, so the search will end up taking the zigzagged path to the optimum. Some of the variants of gradient descent, such as momentum gradient descent, try to tackle this issue by averaging the gradient over iterations to cancel out the zigzag effect. Another problem with gradient descent is that If the learning rate is too small, it takes too long to converge, but if it is too large, then we won't get very close to the local optimum, and we can even diverge from it. So ideally, we want a larger learning rate, alpha, at the start and a smaller one near the end. And variations like RMS-prop tackle this problem by introducing a time-dependent learning rate that gradually decreases with the number of iterations. The other branch of gradient-based algorithms is the quasi-Newton methods. Standard Newton methods involve the computation of both gradients and second-order derivatives, or Hessians, but for high-dimensional problems with lots of input variables, computing the Hessian is quite costly, so quasi-Newton methods forgo Hessian computation by using an iterative approximation to the Hessian. So in the quasi-Newton algorithm on the slides, the matrix B is an approximation to the Hessian, which is initialized to a positive definite matrix, and then the update direction delta x is found by solving the equation in step 1. Then different quasi-Newton methods have different ways of updating the Hessian approximator B, which in our implementation we have used the BFGS update. So to support optimization in our package, we have an optimizer class, which implements all the aforementioned optimization algorithms in different class methods. And we've also provided different initializer classes that can be used to initialize the input variables of the objective function for the purpose of optimization.
Let us see the optimizer in action. We'll use it to minimize a univariate scalar function. The first step is to define an objective function. It is a regular Python function. One caveat is your function should include only operations supported by WestCoast AD. Check out our software implementation section for the complete list. Next, initialize the variables. You can use either the initializer class within WestCoast AD or use a NumPy array. Now create an instance of the optimizer class using the objective function and the initialized variables. This instance has several optimization methods that you can choose from. In this example, we show gradient descent and atom optimization. These methods return a tuple with two values. The first element in the tuple is the best value of the function. The second element gives the inputs for which we got the best values of the function. If you want to see how the optimization function progressed over time, you can see that using the val history attribute within the optimizer class. You can perform optimization on multivariate scalar functions too. Define an objective function either with multiple scalar inputs, as we have shown here, or with a single vector input, which is my objective f2 in this example. Same as before, initialize an array. Note that the array length should be same as the number of scalar inputs or the length of the vector input. Create an instance of the optimizer class as before using the objective function and the initialized values. In this example, we show the BFGS optimizer. For future work, we have listed three options. The first option is we can extend the class to incorporate reverse mode. Reverse mode automatic differentiation is much more efficient at getting gradients of multivariate scalar functions of larger dimensions. Hence, it is better suited for neural networks. The second option is to develop machine learning classes like regressors and classifiers. We can realize the fit method using the WestCoast AD optimizer class. The third option that we have here is to build natural language processing model classes. So natural language processing has a wide variety of applications today. Research suggests that automatic differentiation-based gradient descent can help improve the training time dramatically. So we can extend our software to implement NLP models using the AD-backed gradient descent-based optimizers.